As you see, I'm sort of twisting and turning, but I'm not twisting the night away. I don't even know where to begin with this fucking movie, man. I think technically Exit Wounds came out before this, but they're both 2001. And I'll do Exit Wounds, so I can do it back to back with Half Past Dead, because they have, certain similarities with each other. And also just to get this out of the way, ticker. When the countdown hits 0, you're dead. No, when the countdown of the fucking movie hits 0, 1, as in 1 second in, you're already hell, you're already fucking dead before you saw the film. You're already dead when you have this in your fucking hands. Because you realize it's directed by Albert Pyun! Pyun! I have nothing against the guy personally. I remember hearing one time that he was sick and ill. I hope he gets better. I have nothing personally against the guy. It's just I think he makes really shitty movies. I like Cyborg, then they'd be Nemesis, and then Dollman, and The Sword and the Sorcerer. I enjoy those 4 movies. Everything else I've seen, I do not like. Radioactive Dreams, I remember seeing a long time ago, remember being very lame. I do not like the Captain America movie that he did. I ranted on that. It's on my channel. His Cyborg Director's Cut is a bunch of ass. That rant is still up. Where I paid, I got ripped off. But thankfully I sold it. And actually got my money back and a little bit of profit. So, because hey, it's autographed by Albert Pyun and someone bought it. And I got more than I paid for, so I won out on that at least. Actually doing something different, drinking a wild cherry Pepsi for a little change of pace. Get a little tart in my tongue. Ticker will blow you away. No, it'll just simply fucking blow me. Fucking goddamn movie. Tom Sizemore, Nas. I love how Nas is on the cover. He's literally, it can't be more than 2 minutes. He's not in this film for more than 2 minutes. And then Steven Seagal. And I love how sometimes, I know Albert Pyun apologizes for the film because, and that's saying a lot considering some of the movies he's done. Apparently the studio, it was going to be a different, well, not really different kind of movie, but it was going to have some other stuff. And they wanted, something about the studio wanted to be more of a typical Steven Seagal film and more of an action film instead of a thriller. So they got a bunch of footage from other movies, like Dolph Lundgren films like Sweepers and The Peacekeeper, and Daily Outbreak with Jeff Speakman, and they added that stock footage into this fucking movie. So it seems like almost every fucking action scene is from another fucking movie. Hell, fucking Ice-T's in this for a quick cameo. That on the comment, there's a commentary with Albert Pyun, and a lot of it is empty space. And I found out later a lot of it's no one talking because apparently the studio cut a bunch of shit of Albert Pyun bitching about the studio and how they turned it into a typical Steven Seagal film when it was supposed to be more of a thriller, and Seagal's was going to have less screen time. And I know at one point someone said this cost $25 million. No, it didn't. And then even on Wikipedia it says something like $7 million. But I remember reading somewhere that Albert Pyun said this cost $600,000. And I know it took about 12 days to make. Hell, Dennis Hopper's the villain, and he shot 1 day. 1 day. Steven Seagal shot for, what was it, 6 days or something of that nature. I understand that if you're in that kind of crunch, you're not going to make a winner. Or, maybe backtrack, you're not going to make, it's probably not going to be a film that is up to the standards of a $100 million flick. Or a $50 million flick. Or a flick that would get in the theaters. More than likely. But you know what? If you can't fucking do it, then just don't do it in the first place. I know it's been 5 minutes. I haven't even talked about the film. Just sort of letting the steam out of the top so I can simmer down a bit. Hell, the first 10 minutes, I can't say much because it's footage from Sweepers and Daily Outbreak. Sweepers is a Dolph Lundgren film I actually enjoy. I think he's a bit underrated. Never understood the hate for that. Daily Outbreak with Jeff Speakman is not even on fucking DVD in the US. But this is on DVD. So you tell me that a great, underrated Jeff Speakman film that I have reviewed, it's on the channel if people want to check it out. I think it even has footage in it because it's not on DVD. So if you want, feel free to check out that review. Or hell, the film itself has been uploaded on YouTube because Daily Outbreak with Jeff Speakman is not on DVD. That's a fun, underrated, die-hard type of flick. Ron Silver's the bad guy. Jeff Speakman kicks ass, shoots a guy in the balls with a shotgun, and says, "I guess you forgot your bulletproof cup." Has excellent action and fight scenes considering its very low budget, and they didn't have to steal footage from other fucking movies to do it. But that doesn't have a DVD, but yet this, which steals footage from it, has a fucking DVD. And I punched it, and literally the disc flew out of the fucking thing. And you can't see it. See? Literally threw out of the fucking thing. And I don't want to mess this up, because I don't want to have to fucking do this again. And screw up. And freeze. That's what pisses me off the most about the film. This is a truly piece of shit. And I know there are worse Seagal films. I know, believe me. But Daily Outbreak is a very fun, underrated film. And this stole footage from it. And yet the film that stole The Thief gets a DVD. But Daily Outbreak, which is 10 times better, but yet has a shitty rating on IMDb for some fucking reason. That's almost the same rating as this movie. I'm like, what? Jeff Speakman was actually doing great fight scenes and actual, real, practical action that, hell, some of it rivals shit I've seen in theaters. Well, it's a film that came to theaters. I didn't see him in the theaters, to be honest. I could go on and fucking literally 10 more minutes ranting on how Daily Outbreak's not on DVD, but this fucking movie that stole footage from it is on DVD. But yeah, Daily Outbreak gets the no respect. This gets no respect, doesn't deserve it, but they get like the same level of treatment, critical-wise, IMDb rating-wise. It dumbfounds me. It fucking dumbfounds me. I highly urge anyone to check out Daily Outbreak. If you don't like it, fine, to each their own. But I can guarantee that you would like Daily Outbreak a lot more than this movie, because this movie doesn't have action. The action it has is stolen from other movies. And all you have is a very boring, dull, slow film about Tom Sizemore, who's a cop. His partner, Nas, his 2 minutes that he's in it, he gets killed in a very laughable death scene where Nas keeps talking about how Tom Sizemore has demons, and you're letting the demons win. And what he's talking about is that his wife, Tom Sizemore's wife and kid, died from a car bomb. And I should get back to the first 10 minutes, which is footage from Sweepers and Daily Outbreak. And all they do is they pop in Steven Seagal, who is in a chopper, then in around that area. And I guess it's a senator house and baddies, and they're going to blow it up. And just this off patchwork, like a quilt. Like one of those quilts that you did a t-shirt here, and then you did a pair of pants here, you did a headband here, and you did a thong here, and you did someone's dawn here, and you take it all and you patch it up, and then you look at it and you did a clusterfuck of editing, a patchwork editing. And Seagal disarming, which I wouldn't be surprised if it was from another fucking scene. And I'm like, that's from Sweepers. A lot of this is from Sweepers or Dolph Lundgren, which I'd rather be watching. Which also gets a low rating for some reason. But I don't, maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think it stole its fucking action scenes from another movie. Hell, there's even the scene from another Dennis Hopper film. I think it's called Frankie the Fly. Like, I've seen him walking down a hallway. And then explosions, some of it from Deadly Outbreak. And I laugh out loud because, like, Seagal sees this stuff exploding. Like, he disarms it. He thinks everything's okay. Him and his team leaves. But then things explode anyway. And you get this reaction of Seagal like, literally, that's what it is. Like this. You tell that was probably from some other fucking scene. Probably someone telling him about his fucking laundry or something. And also, when these things happen, like when the place blows up, if you're looking at what the location is, you see that the location seems like it keeps changing as stuff gets blown up. Like, wait a minute, that doesn't seem like it would be this place, and that doesn't seem like it would be this place. And anytime you see an explosion, hell, there's one explosion later on. The explosion turns from like, the footage seems a little bit clearer, and then the footage of one explosion is fuzzy. Like from an older film. And it's the same fucking scene. Like, one is a little bit crisper, then cuts the footage of more fire, and it's fuzzy. Because it's from a different movie, from a different film print. Was not a expected span. So it apparently takes place in San Francisco. Tom Sizemore and Nas, they're on this bus. At one point, there's this, I guess, I don't know who the hell Chili is. I know it's a woman. They give her some help to clean up. And Nas keeps mentioning about demons and letting the demons win. Then all of a sudden, they're at this imports place. And again, like Nas is in the film for 2 minutes. He dies. Very laughable. And is dying. The demons inside you. You let them go. Dennis Hopper has his bad Irish accent. Sometimes it's there, sometimes it's fucking not. It comes and goes like the fucking wind. And he arrives and he leaves and Sizemore goes to the bomb squad, who at one point is using this robot that gets this bomb out of the car, which is in a shoebox. They open the shoebox, they realize it's just a hula girl and a fake out. Seagal, once in a while he pops up. Tom Sizemore's like, hey, I want some help. And Seagal keeps saying, no, you should do your detective work. He likes to spell it detective. Detective. Well, that's not spelling it out. It's... I don't give a fuck. And then it cuts to the scene where Dennis Hopper has no Irish accent anymore, chatting with a girl. In the meantime, Tom Sizemore's driving around. At one point, he's talking on the phone, but it's not even Tom Sizemore's fucking voice. Because I heard on the commentary that Tom Sizemore couldn't do his ADR because he was working with Ridley Scott at the time, and he couldn't come back. I'm guessing he was doing Black Hawk Down or something of that nature. Might have been another movie. So he's not even Tom Sizemore's voice. And then, fucking Dennis Hopper saying lines to the lady, oh, you the bomb, baby. And then switches right to ding dong, the bitch is dead, the bitch is dead. And runs or walks out. I'm like, you know a better way this was done? Watch Rutger Hauer in Nighthawks. Because he talks to a woman, then leaves, and the place blows up. Nighthawks, much better movie than this. About a guy who was bombing some shit. I watched Wanted Dead or Alive. When Gene Simmons blows up a movie theater, I think one of them is showing Rambo 3. Or, was it Rambo 3? No, Rambo 3 hadn't come out yet. It was one of the Rambo movies that was shown on the marquee. Because then Wanted Dead or Alive is an 87 movie. I'd rather talk about those movies just as better. Or hell, watch Die Hard with a Vengeance. There's a lot of movies with bombers you can watch. I don't even like Blown Away, but it's better than this movie. Blown Away has some good action, and Jeff Bridges is fine. I just don't really care for the film other than that. I'd rather talk about Blown Away. And now the explosion occurs, and that's the moment I'm talking about where it blows up, and you look at it like how everything fits together. Like, what? Wait a minute. Like, this blows up. It's hard to explain, but it's easy to explain when you see it. If you see it. And then there's like one explosion, and then the next shot is like fuzzy, like not as crisp qualities, because it's from a different movie. And then that's from a different movie. And this is part of a different movie. Jesus. Like, did you shoot anything of action? You're the guy who did Nemesis. Nemesis did not cost $50 million. Nemesis was a low budget. They had some pretty damn good action. So did Cyborg. What the fuck happened to you, Albert Pyun? Seriously, what the fuck happened? What? Relax. So, and somehow that, I swear it was a bar, but then when it cuts to Seagal and the team, all of a sudden it's not just the small bar, it's like this gigantic, like almost as big as a fucking Walmart or something, like this, such a chasm of ruins. I'm like, wait, I thought it was just a little bar and the explosion. Okay, I guess it was much bigger than I thought. And Seagal's character, he's pretty much just saying Zen shit. Like, learn the nature of your own mind. Then you won't be suffering anymore. Or Tom Sizemore says a bomb, and Seagal's like, no, don't use the B word. It's not called bomb, it's called device. We don't use boom. We don't use bomb because B is for boom. Don't say the B word. So it's called device. So do you disarm these devices? No, we treat devices. How about you treat my dick to a good sucking? Treat my balls to a good washing with your tongue. How about that, movie? I'll get a wash that can tick you your way until you're fucking done with the job. But knowing you probably steal someone else to do the job for you. Just like you stealing footage to do the job of action for you. You fuck. God damn it, man. Do I have anything good to say? Tom Sizemore is trying to do what he can. I like Tom Sizemore as an actor. He's trying to do what he can, but he's got nothing to work with. It's like you tie the hands right behind the back, and he tied his ankles together. But he's trying. Tom Sizemore's trying. So Tom Sizemore interrogates Hopper's girlfriend, who I think is Jaime Pressly. I could be wrong though. But anyway, Hopper's girlfriend, and you get some talking between Sizemore and Seagal, and they're talking somewhere, and here's one of Hopper's crew, and let's talk to the guy. Like, literally, they're sitting at a table, and they see the guy, and Seagal goes, let's talk to the guy. So, Tom Sizemore goes from 0 to 110%. Like this. What was the exact dialogue? Oh, it was the clever, show me your hands! Show me your hands! Like, literally, like, show me your hands! Like, what the fuck? Like, I guess you don't know what the word subtlety means for such a cop. So Sizemore shoots the guy. There's this little bomb. Seagal disarms it. The one decent little scene I liked was when Tom Sizemore's watch breaks. And he's like, oh, my watch is broken. And Seagal looks at it, undoes the back. Oh, I see what it is, but you know what? I don't teach you how to fix your own watch. But I'm not going to baby you. You know, I'm not going to tell you everything. And Tom Sizemore goes, oh, well, I'm an idiot when it comes to machinery, when it comes to fixing stuff. And so Seagal goes, no, you're not an idiot. You just never tried before. And I'm just going to give you the tools that you need. And gives him this one thing. You'll figure it out. You'll see what it is. And Tom Sizemore's looking at it, does this thing. Hey, it's working again. And Seagal goes, good job. You just made your first ticker. That was like a nice little moment between the two. Nice little moment. And trying to have more moments like that, I guess. Nope. Can't have more. I'm like, God damn it, man. So anyway, so Sizemore goes to talk to Dennis Hopper's girlfriend again. She doesn't want to talk. At one point, they think there's a bomb here and a robot is used, and the place blows up from another movie. And then they seem to really easily find like the second of Dennis Hopper's. Like Dennis Hopper has two guys with them. They very easily find Dennis Hopper's other. They really find these other guys very easily. I don't even remember exactly how they find them, but they find them. And the guy has a bag that he'll drop, I guess. But then Seagal hits the front, the airbag comes up, and the bag drops anyway, and it didn't blow up. And I'm thinking, you would think he's like doing this, holding the bag outside the window of his car, as if he drops it, something will blow up. Then once Seagal hits the front of the car, the airbag hits the guy. The thing still drops, and I'm like, I don't know. What was the whole point with him holding the bag outside? I don't know. Maybe someone can explain that to me. And one of Seagal's guys is checking the car. Dennis Hopper, I guess he knows what's going on somehow, so he goes, I'm gonna reach out and touch someone. I'm like, he even stole a line from Seagal in On Deadly Ground. Because Seagal said that in that movie. He hits a button and one of Seagal's guys gets killed. And of course, when I was talking about films with bombs that are better, you have Dennis Hopper's the villain. As I'm watching this, I'm like, I'll just watch Speed. It's like, you know what? I need to get Speed on Blu-ray. I'm going to buy Speed on Blu-ray sometime. I really need that. That's what I'm thinking. Like, hey, I only have Speed on DVD. Man, I wish they had new Blu-ray. Yeah, Speed is a really good movie. You know, Speed did this, and I'd rather talk about that than this. So, I guess Dennis Hopper goes on a little series of explosions from other movies they stole, and Ice-T has his random cameo. Literally, he's like one of a group of guys that hook something up, and then he disappears, and I don't even think he was credited, so I'm like, what the fuck? Why is Ice-T even there? I swear, if I didn't listen to the commentary, I would have thought they stole that from another movie, but then, no, Albert Pyun says, oh, we hired him for a day. He says like one dialogue, he's there for 2 seconds. He didn't even have to spend the whole fucking day. He just shot that in 10 minutes. Hook it up and hook this up and get you dressed and here you go. Done. Done like dinner. So Tom Sizemore gets in the release the girlfriend to try to follow, and you find out that the girlfriend is really just as crazy as the bomber, Dennis Hopper, and she's really the main one behind this. And she even blows up Dennis Hopper. So yeah, Dennis Hopper doesn't even get killed by our 2 heroes. He gets killed by the girlfriend who blows up Dennis Hopper's car. And I wouldn't be surprised if that fucking car explosion was from another movie. And then Tom Sizemore realizes what's going on, and he's looking on the news because there's a TV right by him, and says, "Oh, she's going to blow up City Hall." He just knows that, of course. And most of the footage at the end is taken from the Peacekeeper with Dolph Lundgren, and like little car moving back and forth through traffic at night. That's from the Peacekeeper, that's a pretty damn good Dolph Lundgren flick. And the ending is like Sizemore and Seagal, which look like they're walking down the same fucking corridor of blue lighting, only when Sizemore does it, they redress it. And then when Seagal does it, they redress it a little bit differently. But it looks like the same fucking corridor with the blue lighting. Sizemore comes up, shoots a guy, comes up, shoots a guy. The most boring fucking shooting. And Seagal has some fights. And I think some of the fights were even with a fucking stunt double. Like, the back of him is a stunt double, and they insert shots of Seagal. And then Seagal does a little bit, and then some of this his fucking stunt double does. And these are not even good. It's literally filmed, like, up here with his face and doing this. Like, this close, doing this, and then the other guy's here, flies back. It's literally like this up close for Seagal. Not wide shots. Of course it has to be this close, so that when you cut to the background, you see there's a fucking stunt double doing some of that. And just like doing this, a guy flies back. Doing this, another guy flies over. I'll be honest with you folks, by this point I've actually watched Exit Wounds and Half Past Dead because I wanted to have some reviews ready to upload them quickly for you guys. I watched Half Past Dead before this, and I said that Half Past Dead might have been the first Seagal film where he used fight doubles. I keep saying stunt doubles, but I mean fight doubles is what I'm saying. Fight doubles. My mind's just been fucking obliterated by Ticker. And yeah, I think I said in that rant of Half Past Dead, because it is a rant, that that was the first time. No, this is the first time he's using fight doubles. I don't know, maybe he used some in Exit Wounds, but I didn't notice as much. But here, if you can't do your own fucking fights, then quit. I understand stunts. I understand stunts if it's a very dangerous stunt. I understand that. But fights, if you can't do your own fights, that's kind of why you're there. To be able to do your own choreographed fight scenes. If you can't do that, get the fuck out. And I say this in a Half Past Dead rant. Get the fuck out if you can't do it. And this is like the only little bit that Seagal fights, if you're looking for that. And there's nothing to go. If you're curious, you're not going to get anything out of it. Trust me. Really close inserts of Seagal and then some double doing shit. Sizemore finds the girl, punches her out. And what's funny, he says put your hands in the air, but one of the times he says it, it's an ADR that's not his fucking voice. Put your hands in the air. Then another shot, it's ADR. Put your hands in the air. Different guy. Such incompetent bullshit. But yet this gets a DVD, but Daily Opera with Jeff Speakman can only sneeze out a VHS and a laser disc. Thankfully, a very nice guy sent me a custom-made DVD. I thank you for that. If you're watching this, if you sound watch this, please, I hope you know I do thank you for that very much. I really do. Why can't this get a... Why can't they get it? But this gets it. And with a commentary. Ticker. More like a pricker. Seagal saying more Zen stuff, and apparently he's up here and Sizemore's here, and the both bombs they got disarmed. So Seagal talks Tom Sizemore into calming down, and he says Zen stuff like, death is just another stage on the playground. Or, if you're not attached to living or dying, you have nothing to fear. If you have nothing to fear, you listen to me. No, listen to you is what some people should fucking fear nowadays. So ultimately, Tom Sizemore disarms his bomb. Then Steven Seagal disarms his bomb. Very anticlimactic. They both walk away. And then Seagal's last line is, because now Tom Sizemore, he remembers you have some little flashbacks to his wife and kid dying, and he has now, I guess, conquered his demons, I guess. Because then Seagal says, love is eternal, and that's a long time. That's seriously how this fucking movie ends. Steven Seagal saying, love is eternal, that's a long time, this is not the fucking Crow! I will watch that if I want to see love is eternal. It's more like the Crow, city of dump trucks, and you're one of them, Seagal. So get the fuck out of here with Ticker. Albert Pyun, 4 movies he did. Everything else that I've seen has been worth not even a pimple on a fat ass. Seagal, you need to fucking... You know, I gotta wait because I know I have about 50 million, not even that much, seriously. Honestly, about 2,552 fucking direct-to-DVD Steven Seagal films to get to after, you know, the next couple. So I gotta save some of that rage. Otherwise, I'll be done before. Get fucking Daily Outbreak on DVD. Whoever the fuck owns it. Apparently, Millennium Films has a trailer of it. Millennium Films, if you own Daily Outbreak, get that motherfucking thing on DVD or Blu-ray. It's bullshit that this is on DVD. But not Daily Outbreak, which this movie stole footage from. And everything else that I said about it makes it a piece of shit. It's boring, it's slow, it's dull, it steals footage from many other films. Seems like it didn't have any action scenes for its own, except Seagal and a shitty corridor with shitty blue lighting doing this up close insert, and then the back is some of his fucking fight double, and then people just flying left and right, including one out a window. Nas for 2 minutes talking about demons, and Ice-T making a useless cameo where he says 1 or 2 sentences that a fucking extra could have said. And Dennis Hopper, who shot for 1 day, his Irish accent comes and goes like the fucking... I already said that line already. Fuck Ticker. Just fuck it.